Welcome to the Evan Phillips Show, guys. It is now 2022 and we are at the beginning of the year, so a lot of great times to start working on some of those goals, and hopefully you've accomplished some of those things. We're going to talk today a little bit about some ways you can lower some of your monthly obligations and liabilities. Stay tuned. All right, guys, as you just heard me say, we are going to talk about some practical ways you can reduce some of your monthly expenditures. Going into 2022, there have been a lot of people who've accumulated debt by Christmas spending, end of the year vacations. Spending more money than people typically do happens at the end of the year. So January is typically a recovery month for those people, and it gives us an opportunity to kind of realign some things, plus it's the beginning of the year. So let's talk about some practical ways we can reduce your debt. Number one, for you homeowners out there, refinance. Have you looked into refinancing your mortgage? Right now, rates are still pretty good. I'd say they're in the mid to higher threes. So those of you who are in 4.5% to 5%, that is a great opportunity to reduce your monthly mortgage payment. I would say on average, most people save around $280 to $400 a month just by simply refinancing their mortgage. Take a look into that and make sure that you don't miss out on the rates that are pretty still available right now as we speak. Those of you who are maybe not homeowners yet and you have other liabilities like an auto loan, you may have gotten your car, let's say in the last 2 to 3 years, and you may not have gotten the best rate, right? If you are one of these people, this is a great opportunity for you to go ahead, see about refinancing, try to get yourself a better rate. Hopefully credit is improved or something like that, but the rate environment has definitely gotten better. So you're still able to do that right now with the time we have, hopefully, before rates increase too much. So check out auto loan refinance rates. And you can call your existing lender if you already own a vehicle and you're making payments on it. Call your lender and say, hey, I've got this loan and I want to see if there's a way I can reduce the payment on it by refinancing it. That's a great way to save some money monthly, guys. Now, for you guys who may not have an opportunity to refinance your home or, refinance an auto loan, you can always look into credit cards, right? So a lot of people have increased the balances on their credit cards due to spending towards the end of the year. There are a couple ways you can do this. Balance transfers are still great options for those people who are looking to get a lower monthly payment on the credit card. And it gives you an opportunity in most cases to get a 0% balance transfer rate. So once you do a balance transfer, let's say your credit card is at 15%, you may look online and find even your existing credit card holder or some other credit card holders will allow you to transfer that balance right over to a new credit card at 0%, which will basically clean up the balance in your card and put it on a new card at 0% for a specific time frame. So if that's something that you can take advantage of that balance transfer and lower that monthly payment. Now, for those of you who may not have a mortgage, you may not have an auto loan to refinance, and you may not have credit card debt, this is not an incentive to go into debt, but taking advantage of credit card offers right now. There are tons of offers out there that allow you to earn $200 or even I've seen up to $600 for signing up for a credit card. Obviously, read the terms and conditions, make sure there are no annual fees and things like that. But there are good deals if you look out there for those people who are looking to responsibly revolve a credit card, meaning paying it off every month. You're not, going into debt paying this, but you can get yourself an additional bonus. Also, if you are with a bank and you've considered maybe changing banks, a lot of banks are offering new customer deposits. So basically, they'll give you a credit for opening an account. So I've seen some banks offer up to $600. I think I got one in the mail for like $750 the other day, but there's always some stipulation. So make sure you can meet the stipulation and the guidelines to actually earn that. So those are some practical ways you guys can reduce your monthly expenditures or add a little back into your bank account. Now, we always have the option to continue to budget, right? And this is where that budgeting conversation that we had some months ago comes in handy. Hopefully you've saved some money and you have access to that. If you haven't done that, this is a great opportunity to go ahead and maybe set up a savings plan, cut your spending, and put some in the bank. So at the end of the year, you'll have a little extra left over in case of emergency. Now, there are always options out there for people who are a little bit more savvy and willing to take some risk. I'm still doing Turo on the side, so that's one thing you could do. Airbnb might be an option for some of you guys out there who have extra space or an extra room. Obviously, this takes a little bit more of an open mind to do something like this, so you may or may not be the best fit for that, but these are other opportunities out there for you. All right, guys. Now, here's another thing that my wife uses a lot. It's actually called Slick Deals. Now, I wouldn't say this is actually going to reduce your monthly liability or reduce your monthly payments on things, but if you are in the market to buy things or you need to pick up things or you've already saved that money or you already have that extra incentive and there's some things you need to buy, check out slickdeals.com. This is always a website that my wife has used, and we use it as something that, gives us pretty good deals. Keep an eye on this website because there's always something that comes up that we can save money on. So if you have a need, maybe don't just go ahead and purchase that thing right now. Hold off on it until you find it at a good deal. Now, I know this may seem counterproductive to some people to say, well, look at a website that's giving you good deals. But on the same token, if you're going to buy it and you don't get a deal, then you could have maybe spent more than you should have. So keep an eye out on things that you actually need and, find good deals that will save you money in the long run. Well, I know it's been kind of a crazy 2022 for me at least, and maybe the same for you guys. It's just been a whirlwind of craziness going on. So I hope you guys are warming up wherever you are. I'm here in Florida and the Tampa area, and it has been much colder than I like it to be. So hopefully things warm up and we can get back to our regular scheduling. So in the meantime, guys, stay tuned in. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments, or if you have any additional ways that you find that people can save. Leave them in the comment section below so everyone can see that. And as always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Evan Phillips Show.